Prism Performance Management is a fully integrated, customizable, and robust solution to manage all of your appraisals, evaluations, reviews, feedback sessions, and disciplinary actions, as well as performance improvement plans. The supervisor or administrator dashboard shows you all of the total numbers of evaluations and where they are at in the process. The outstanding feedback milestones serve as a reminder. Solicited and unsolicited feedback sessions can be turned on so that supervisors can send out messages quickly and easily from performance management to gain information or ask questions or just send out comments. On the dashboard, the supervisor can see all the current appraisals that have been created by the system or been manually assigned. They can click into any one of these current appraisals or overdue appraisals to follow through and complete the evaluation. The appraiser can select from the drop-down list and select an employee to go directly to that review, or they can go to their All Appraisals view and sort by specific types, statuses, supervisors, and employees, as well as job. The appraisal status is always shown here. This is an example of an appraisal that was built with many different sections. Each of these tabs are customizable. In the Competencies section, we show many different competencies that have been added from the competency library. The appraiser can click into each competency, review the name and description, provide feedback, comments, or notes, send them directly to the employee, print them on the appraisal, and even backdate them for special events. The main evaluation section is customizable with the range value and the scale increments of whole, half, or quarter numbers. Even the descriptions are customizable on the scoring. Average weights and scores can be shown or disabled so they are not visible. Feedback is recorded here in the feedback history. It's easy to scroll from one item to the next as you're going through the review process. Another type of view on objectives or items or competencies is the effortless format, where each item is displayed on the same screen and you can quickly go through and score the individual. This also has a place for comments and notes. The system comes complete with goal setting. Current and future goals can be enabled on any appraisal. Future goals will roll up into the next appraisal cycle. When a goal is being added by a supervisor or by an employee, they give the goal a name, a weight, a percentage of completion, and determine if it's going to be a future or current goal, assign the status and the due date. Once they're completed with that, they can provide feedback. Feedback reminders can be set up on regular frequencies so that people remember to log in and update their goals. Other types of sections can be added for general feedback notes and summaries, for progress, and for performance. In addition to that, there is also document storage capabilities. This can be added to any appraisal style and comes with a complete list of resource types that can be edited. It's simple to include this on the final appraisal report, to choose the file or drag it in. The system comes with nearly 50 different competency categories, and each one has one or more items within it. These can be added to or can be amended. So you can go in and you can actually set up your own descriptions, weights, and additional items, add them to all jobs or to specific jobs using the drop-down list. Once these are added at the department or job level, they can be assigned to the appropriate appraisal in the proper section of that appraisal. This even allows you to set up sub-assessments within an item. So for instance, if you had communication as one of your categories or one of your items, you could have written and verbal sub-assessments within those, each weighted. The system also comes with nearly 50 different coaching library descriptions. When you go into these, if these are enabled, individuals are able to select conversation starters, whether they need improvement or their positive reinforcement. Appraisal types are very easy to build. You can build your own library by creating a new appraisal type, giving it a name and a description, creating settings and active sections. There are many different types of active sections. A general evaluation will include the feedback section and also the main evaluation. You can label these whatever you would like to. So if you want to have a competency section, you can add that here, give it a weight of your choice, make it a required section, display the weight and the scores, and lock down the section content. You can even add instructions on each of the sections that you're creating. There's also a way for you to create the very effortless view that we just demonstrated by selecting that box whenever you are making a competency section. Let's say you want to add a skills section and rate that at 50% too, so your overall weight is 100%. We're going to definitely require this section, display the weights and scores, and also lock it down. Instructions go here. Now, if you want to add a goals section, just simply hit the goals section, relabel it, give it a weight of your choice, add your instructions, and make it required. Now, in this case, you wouldn't want to lock it down because you want people to be able to go out there and update their goals. If you need additional sections, you simply just scroll up and click the Add button for the number of sections that you want to add. You can move these sections around as well. If you want to add an appraisal summary for people to log notes, you can make that a required section. You can also add the document uploads. Does not have to be required. And if you'd like to add an approver in the workflow, you can simply add the routing. Now, this will not show up as a section on the appraisal, but it will route to an approver that's in the assigned workflow. Over here on the left-hand side, once you've built the framework for the objectives, skills, goals, all of that, now you can determine how this appraisal is going to behave. Is it going to be able to be open while others are open? Is it going to be an automatic plan creation based on a waiting period and then an annual, semi-annual, quarterly, or monthly basis, which can be determined by an appraisal or an appraisal date or an anniversary date? You can even set up thresholds for minimum and maximum feedback for scores that are extremely high or extremely low. If you want the employee to be able to self-evaluate and provide feedback, or add additional appraisers so that you can have more than one supervisor review the employee, all you have to do is enable that. If this is going to be open for a long period of time, like an annual appraisal, you can set up milestone reminders for people to be reminded, 4 to 12 times a year to go in and update their goals. Electronic signatures can be turned on, as well as solicited and unsolicited feedback. We have calendar reminders, and also you can show the scores in comparison to one another. It's easy to build the name of the appraisal using the field merge fields and then adding your own text. The range value is set down here below, and you can set up your increments as well as your descriptions. Once you've got that set, it will auto-generate based on the frequency and the appraisal date or anniversary date of the individual. When you go into an employee record, you can simply go to their appraisals tab and review all the appraisals that they've had or are in the process of ready to evaluate. You can also customize the workflow setup by employee or by department so that the appraisers are shown here as well as the approver. You can weight each each appraiser in the workflow process as well. When a manager needs to create a new appraisal outside of the regular frequency, they can go in and select an employee, go to the library, and select the type of appraisal or feedback session or disciplinary action that they're needing. And go in and add the dates that are required and then assign it so that the supervisor can fill it out. Supervisors can also be given this ability to do this as well. This is a very high-level overview of the Prism HR Performance Management Solution. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. My name is Jamie Morrison, and I'm a Senior Sales Engineer at Prism HR. Thank you and have a wonderful day.